Well, yeah, it's still not doing it.
Well, that's just it. It's showing that you're live on mine.
But it's not live on Hellfire.
According to this, it's live on Hellfire on mine. Oh, wait, no, it's... What the fuck? Hang on, let me see what I can do.
See what you can do, big boy.
Looks like this broadcast is deleted on stream. Okay, let me try this. Okay, give me 1 second.
What's speaking, Dirty Birdie?
We're attempting to come back, folks.
Yeah.
What the frick?
Now let's say it's up.
Okay, this is weird. This is very, very, very weird. Give me a second. Let me see who I can ding to be like, what the hell's going on? Because that makes no sense to me. I'll be back, guys.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to talk about stuff.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, all ages. I am here. Oh, Mike Slash is here. Do you know about this guy?
Hello, folks. Thanks for bringing me on. This is great. We're going to have some fun.
Hell yeah. So, if you're trying to find me on Hellfire, I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Yes.
But you have me on the Book of the Faces, the Tube of the U. So we're out there. What's picking Chris, Susan, Corey, Jeremy, Birdie, Jamie. Hey, real quick, Jeremy, I sent you a message. I don't know if you got it. Your last night video hit home, brother. I appreciate it. It hit home. So, we do have the Red Commander coming back in a little bit. But while we're here, hey, Mike.
Yes.
What's picking?
I don't know, but just I'm feeling the chills already. I'm feeling we got some great things to talk about, and I'm feeling it.
So I am glad to be back. 3 weeks off was bad. Facebook is messed up tonight. Yeah. So, Mike, people's heard my stories. Tell us a story, Mike. Tell us a story.
Careful what you wish for, right?
I wish for a lot.
Story. I mean, next thing you know, 5 minutes into it, we're censored, kicked off, banned.
I know, right?
I mean, you got to be, a story related to the show. So that's a little more specific and safer. We're not going to have everybody screaming for the hills necessarily.
Well, these are the Azazel fans. They've been with me for a while.
Touche. I'll never doubt you again. So yes, I'm Mike with the Hellfire Entertainment Media crew. First time actually on the Azazel show. So doing, Hellfire links getting set up. So just a quick get you guys all caught up to speed. So let's see. I definitely have my stories. I mean, where to start? The first one that comes to mind. Oh, we got the Rant Commander's back with us.
Yeah, he's doing a little bit of stuff behind the scenes. Give me a hot second.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you not here for the time being. I mean, I want to save some of the good stuff for later, but I'll say this. I'll say if you really want to get your paranormal fix, get out to the fucking desert. Get out to Nevada, New Mexico, especially, Nevada.
Fixed it.
Nevada, New Mexico. You got to start there.
I fixed it.
And we're good.
All right, we should be on Facebook Live now.
I hope so.
Yep. Fixed it.
Boom.
The Red Commander prevails. I basically told it, you better step a damn line.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Mike, come on with some stories there, homie.
Oh, you want some stories?
Well,
you want some stories?
Mike first.
Okay.
I was easing into it. I was saying the desert is where I've gotten all my weird, unexplained phenomena, atmosphere stuff. I'm still freaked out to this day. All my crazy shit's in the desert, Nevada, New Mexico. There's some crazy shit out there.
Yes.
And there's a nice preview. There's a nice preview for you folks. France, I feel like you.
Oh shit!
Or should we wait for maybe I'll start and we'll let Rant ease into Rant.
I'll throw out some stories in a hot second. Okay, I've got 2 right off the bat. Okay, 2 for starters. Okay, I'll start with one that was about like maybe 3-4 years ago. All right. Actually, no, I've got 3. Okay. 3 or 4 years ago, I moved into this place out in Pennsylvania. Okay. A couple of good friends of mine, they took me in. All right. And, they had a lot of cats, and they say that cats could sense crap that nobody else could sense. I should have known this because the cats were kind of acting a little bit weird. And
That's for strange.
yeah, like they do. They had I think 6 cats. Okay. So I'm downstairs. This is a 3-story place. I'm downstairs. Okay. I go all the way to frick upstairs for 5 minutes. Grand total, 5 minutes. I come back downstairs. There wasn't a sound uttered. Okay. This is what I come downstairs to.
What?
Now, that table, first off, that table was 90 degrees the other way when I went upstairs. All of the chairs were tucked in. I come downstairs, I come down to that.
Well,
nobody else was home.
Those are some strong cats.
It gets better. Also, this was sitting in the sink. And
didn't they tell you not to play with electrical devices in the sink growing up?
Oh, you want to talk what's even funnier? I didn't get a photo of this. There was a dial-up modem sitting in the refrigerator.
A what?
A dial-up modem sitting in the refrigerator.
For everybody that's under the age of 27, 25, that's how we used to get on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
We're dating us right now. We're dating all of them.
Okay.
3.
We're sitting in the refrigerator. I don't know.
Wow.
That's one. That's one story. Okay. Here's story number 2. The place I'm living at right now. We went downstairs. As it turns out, the place used to be a former Speak. For those of you that don't know, a speakeasy were hidden bars during the Prohibition times where people could go out and get their freaking sauce on without freaking getting busted by the cops. Okay? And we decided to take a photo. Now, I've actually highlighted the particular spot. Actually, I drew around the spots that kind of give you an idea of what's basically down below. I'm not sure if you could see it, but there's a face and there's a body standing there. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
But
right?
Oh, well, hell, we know each other, brother. I think that's pareidolia. I think that's where the object looks like something that's your mind's playing tricks with you.
No, it's scartoma.
A what?
It's called scartoma. It's where the eye sees what it thinks it sees.
But it's called pareidolia also. So it's like when you look at a wall socket and you got your 3 holes, you imagine a face. I actually have a picture of a dog's ass that looks like Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Please say you still have that picture.
The holy hole.
Oh, I found it on the internet. It's on Google. Google dog ass Jesus.
Yeah. Bookmark favorite.
That's a holy hole right there.
If there ever was one.
There it is. There it is. You see what happened when you brought me on?
I'm going to get your ass back now. I've been trying to get that change for a while now. All right, Mike, talk to me. What you got?
All right, I can't. So no picture, no rant. Those pictures make it. And yes, cats by itself, I can't do because I mean, cats. Enough said, right? But so the desert, this place called the Overland Saloon. It's in this divey, typical desert town called Pioche, Nevada, about 3 hours north of Las Vegas. Thank you. I'm not supposed to get muted. That's supposed to be
He knows. Look at it. He's looking.
Yeah. This is payback.
I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead. Straight up.
Payback.
It was fun.
That threw me off guard. Pioche, Nevada. You walk in. So here's the thing. It's known to be haunted, but they don't gimmick it all up, which is respectable. You walk in, and when I got there, it was already pitch black, nighttime. Just imagine walking into this fucking divey place. You walk up. There's no front desk. You have a bar, 2 workers, and you say, hey, how late people are going to be here in case they need something? And the workers legitimately say, actually, we're leaving after last call because we would not be caught dead sleeping here. Like, legit. Even the own workers don't stay there. Like, they go, if you have something, here's the night. If you have a problem, here's a phone number to some maintenance guy. He'll be here within the hour. I mean, that's about as slasher movie-esque as it gets. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, the town has 1 saloon, 1 bar, maybe 2 bars and a gas station. Pitch black, maybe a couple street lights down the road. Yeah. And the best thing is, if you go on Yelp, if you go on these reviews, room 10, it's hilarious. And that's where I stayed at. Room 10, the most haunted room in the hotel. Like, even these Navy or Army guys have been purported to literally run out of that room screaming in the middle of the night. If you get there, the room, it's like each room is like 2 adjacent rooms together. Supposedly, you'll wake up like feeling like you're being suffocated, or didn't happen to me, but the whole place is still eerie as fuck. And the people, and room 10, Overland Hotel, Yelp, TripAdvisor, people have actually crazy ass stories, but as far as like the atmosphere and whatnot, yeah, creepy as hell, eerie as fuck. I mean, how can you be pounding all night long, and not in the good way, right? And if I'm going to hear pounding all night, I'm going to be involved in that.
Don't talk to me about the hills have eyes there, Thomas. I was set up at the place where they filmed that.
Mike, are you laying down on the job?
What's that?
Was you laying down on the job?
Like I said, if I'm not going to sleep because of pounding, I want to be involved in that, not because of other people thumping and fucking knocking on doors and whatnot. That's no fun. If I'm going to be I'm not going to have a sleepless night. I want to be involved in that. I don't want to hear the door slams, the knocking, because that's what I had to deal with basically.
Well, don't you realize every single time you do something with yourself, your dead relatives are watching you?
Yeah.
You always feel
that's nasty.
Good. No, now I won't be in the mood for the next couple of weeks. So thanks for that.
No shit, right?
I mean, but here's the thing: can they watch? Are they watching you, or is it see through? What if you have the sheet and blanket over you?
Well, not for nothing, don't ghosts enjoy sheets and blankets?
And not only that, if they can walk through walls, why can't they see through sheets?
Exactly. Kind of brings a whole new meaning to the term sleep paralysis.
But I have a question for you. And everybody, real quick, you're messaging, hello, how are y'all doing? But I'm fixing to ask an ultimate question.
Ooh.
If a ghost can walk through a wall, how can that ghost open a door, push a bottle off the table? Because he's got mass. You got to have mass to do that. Oh, cracking another neck. But to walk through walls, you can't have mass.
I can answer this.
Answer that.
Okay. Considering that most spiritual entities are a sort of manifestation of energy, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Believe it or not, tangibility and solidity is just basically opposing electrical forces contacting with one another. You notice how you put 2 magnets of the same polarity, they push against one another? That's basically a focused version of tactile. Okay? When you have spirits that are pure energy, they could either A, completely negate their individual charge, which means that negative and positive forces in anything that does have mass will not affect it, or they can match whatever the polarity is and allow themselves to do it. Hence the reason why they can move objects all over the place, because their polarity is going ballistic, hence poltergeist activity, or multiple kinetic activity. Or if they choose to, focus the channel charge to move particular objects like a doorknob or a knock against a wall. So if a wall in a particular area has all positive and negative, all they got to do is just put their own positive and negative charge to it and hit it. It's the reason why batteries lose all energy whenever you're entering a spiritual area. It's why lights start going ballistic or all electronics start to go on the fritz. It's because of a hyper electrical charge.
I got that. Okay, I love that explanation.
I can't.
But
no, that's good. My answer would have just been osmosis.
Now the other bit,
like better.
now the other bit that has secondary scientific backup is we have particles that are constantly flying through us at all times. They're called neutrinos. Neutrinos by nature are 100% neutral. They have no charge to them,
right?
Which means they could go right through us regardless of how much mass we have.
Okay.
It could be very natural. They could negate their own charge.
Again, I like that, but where do you learn to do that at?
It's all about.
Oh, and you're here. Is there like a Obi-Wan Kenobi teaching you all that?
Energy can dissipate just as well as it can manifest. Okay, so whenever you have a
charge, bro, it has to have a charge.
I'll get there. Whenever you have a manifestation, you notice how a lot of shit has a tendency to move.
Yep.
Well, that's because whatever that energy entity that happens to be is pulling all of the negative and positive charges and forces around it, and it's channeling into itself. So now, not only do you have something that had no charge suddenly being a focused charge, it's going to influence everything around it until it balances itself out. Nature abhors a vacuum, and science flat out states that whenever something tends to gather a lot of itself, eventually it's going to dissipate unless there's an opposing force to hold it together. Hence the reason why there are some spirits that are very potent and pull a lot of energy, and some that only just manage to appear briefly. Some entities have a lot of charge, some do not. Some can pull a lot of charge, some do not. It depends on the strength of the forces itself and how much energy it can pull. It's the reason why we dealt with a mass amount of paranormal activity being recorded, documented, and reported during the turn of the century when electricity started to become a little bit more mainstream. Why? There's a far larger source of electrical charge now within every single residential home and every single possible place that human beings can go.
But that would have to be an intelligent Hondo, correct?
It could be. But then again, something that has a tendency to follow a pattern will also interact with things that have a charge.
But if it was a residual, just saying something in the early 1800s, okay, and say there was nothing on this property,
right?
When they passed away, and they're stuck on this property, how can they walk through walls and be able to move stuff?
I got that one too.
All right.
Okay. Take this comb, for example. Not an intelligent entity, right?
Right.
Okay. It's just basically a comb. Has its own individual charges, okay? Now, what happens when I pass it through something that does have a charge?
Static.
The comb becomes charged itself with its own connections to it, okay? Now, when you're dealing with a residual haunting, okay, what if this comb had its own neutral charge and suddenly lost all of its mass? The charge would still be there, but the mass would not. Therefore, the comb is going to continue to be a comb. It's going to continue to act like a comb. It's still going to carry the charge that it had. It's just no longer.
But the charge is going to be so weak.
Yes, it would.
I mean,
unless there's more. Think about it. Our brains ourselves are a massive battery of massive amounts of electrical neurochemicals. Okay, which in turn allows for electrolysis of the mind. Okay,
Right.
that many electrical charges and neurons firing off all at once, you're going to tell me that's not going to be a solid enough charge to at least interact with an environment? And if it follows a consistent pattern, it's not going to gain intelligence. It's just going to follow through with a simple pattern. This is the reason why when ghosts walk through walls, they're not necessarily walking through walls. They're walking a path that they walked when they were still around.
Right. Right. Residual. It's on a loop.
It's always going to keep recycling. So, of course, a charge is going to continue to go to the path of least resistance, or at least the path of most frequent travel.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
With that charge, it's just, again, that charge will be so weak.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be weak. That's the reason why we don't have that many recorded hauntings from back in the day. Not that many.
Because you got to have some kind of, it's like a poltergeist, okay? I'm not trying to switch scripts, but a poltergeist has got to have, even though you got your charges around, poltergeist is man-made. We all know that.
Yes.
It's not entities. It's the energy going into a cell and doing its thing.
Uh-huh.
I
got an explanation for that too.
I got tons of them, but I'm just cutting the bait to the line.
Right.
So I can understand that host being there, the cell being there. It's just, and I understand what you're saying about how it scat. Let's go to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. How old cowboy kind of just up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I still think that's the energy, even being a positive or negative. How is it pulling all the energy back? I mean, we might. I don't know. And if that, and if that's possible, why don't we have anything in the world that can do that besides ghost and air? Air can't even do it. Tell me, if I have a 6-inch plated door, and the room's airtight, does that mean a spirit or energy can cross it?
It depends on what natural electrical charges exist. There's no such thing as something with an absolute negative charge that can be man-made. It's impossible. Well, not a negative charge, but a complete neutral charge. Nothing man-made has ever been created that way. But if we're talking about energy dissipation and interaction, if you want to be technical, and this is where it could get a little fucked, okay? Look at a cloud. You want to know what a cloud basically is?
Water.
It's a chunk of ice that's been completely and totally dissipated. And not only that, when clouds rub up against one another, what do you get?
Thunder.
And thunder. Yep. A massive electrical discharge. Why? Because you get a mass amount of negative particles from the sky interacting with positive particles from the ground. And when they connect with one another, it's a massive channel. Now, with spirits, regardless of how weak they are, it depends on how much of a natural residual charge they've picked up from the environment around them, be it they walk. If they're walking upon the ground, they're picking up the charge from the ground. They're picking up the charge from the walls. They're picking up the charge from the air itself. Okay? Residual electrical fields from whatever sort of internal electrical wiring is in the place or whatever. It's the reason why EMF readers come in handy. Okay? So, a spirit is walking around there, and it's constantly being bombarded with extra electrical particles. So it's going to be able to interact.
I like the way you. Okay, I'm with you now.
Mm-hmm. So if you're talking about open prairie land from back in the 19th century, what do you not have a lot of?
Right.
Walls with electrical wiring.
Yeah.
Power lines. The only electrical charge you're going to be able to pull up is whatever is on the ground. And there are some areas of the world where there's geomagnetics involved, in which case then they're able to pull a little bit easier.
Yeah. I like that. You hit that one on the head. You told me something.
There you go.
All right, Mike, your turn.
I have to go after that? Come on.
You're welcome.
No,
I'll make it easier. Okay.
That's great.
There you go.
Dude, I understand exactly where you came from. Nah, I ain't gonna put mine in a ponytail.
Here.
Yeah. Well, you missed the spot, Mike.
Well, that was let's see. I mean, that was first. So I have again two hauntings. That was first. But again, to recap, and yes, not to anyway rant. Electrical charge. Back to that to close it out real quick. Something I never would have actually thought of, but it makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially about the early century and the recordings we have, or that we don't have, right?
And everything is influenced by an electrical charge in one way or another, even sound waves.
Yeah.
And spiritual recordings.
Okay.
You taught me something.
Yeah. So to recap my the first one again, folks, look up Overland Hotel, Pioche, Nevada, room 10. Crazy stories, hilarious. Again, all I could contribute to was not being involved in a good pounding, unfortunately, but is what it is. So the second one in the desert, New Mexico. If Nevada is one of the haunted states out there, New Mexico is probably a close second, third, top five, at least top five. At least, right? So
I've been there.
Yeah, at least. So Samarin, New Mexico, the St. James Hotel. Neat place. Been around long enough that Billy the Kid stayed there. Yeah, Billy the Kid stayed there. All those old school outlaws. Great place. So the time I was there, and also the place again, not as gimmicky tourist. You're not going to see signs from the highway saying, "Hey, bring the fucking kids and take pictures with the ghost." Like none of that shit, right? None of that gimmicky stuff. This is the real deal. So they have a room that's actually blocked off to visitors because of activity. There's a ghost called They have a ghost called TJ in this place, right? And one of the workers actually took me in there without, kind of on a, I guess, me and a couple other people on a somewhat secret mission without letting the higher ups know because they don't want anybody to go in there. They go in there. They have a bottle of whiskey on the sink inside. The workers go in there. They legit pray to the ghost and they walk apologize for disturbing him per entity TJ, right? Basically, there is legit something in this hotel. They keep this room legit locked. The tourists can't even, or anybody can't even go in there. It's crazy.
Wow.
And it's it's probably a couple miles from the town cemetery. Of course, any haunted place in the desert has to have a cemetery nearby. It's the status quo. It's the status quo. And that's all. I can't add any specifics to that other than it's a cemetery. But the hotel itself, yeah, St. James Hotel. It's got some history. It has some history, but it also has a ghost that they keep literally under lock and key because of shenanigans, so to speak. Rant, you've been there, or have you been there?
Yes, I have been there.
You didn't see
if I'm filling the gaps, what I'm missing, but it's a neat place. But they have the room locked up.
You want to know what? The entire atmosphere around the area itself is eerie as fuck.
It is. Did you go to the cemetery that was down? That's like about 10 miles.
An extra bottle of Excedrin when I went there because I can't go.
I was speeding, speeding down to beat daylight because my genius idea was, I'll speed down there at dusk, come back, but I did not want to be there at night. There's not. Legit nothing out there is whatever. But yeah, the cemetery. You're right. The whole atmosphere is creepy as hell. Well, it's funny when I was there. It was actually the story. I wish I remember what the freaking names was. There was this two guys and this psychic. She lived in the area. They were doing this. They brought this equipment with them, and I got to follow them along. And they were going to these rooms and setting up YouTube video. They had their own YouTube channel, setting up these they were setting up things for their show, and I got to sit on these. And yeah, 3 people from across the country literally met at this hotel for the whole purpose of ghost hunting. It was crazy. In an awesome way. But yeah. The whole you're right, Brett. The whole atmosphere is just eerie as can be.
Yeah. And speaking of cemeteries, I could explain why those have a tendency to have a lot of spiritual activity. If it's Azazel.
Oh, you now.
Yes, I do.
All
Would
right.
you like to hear it, sir?
Of course.
All right, fantastic. Figure you want to wait?
Ready for my rebuttal?
I'll be happy to. Considering that any and all decaying matter tends to give off its own electrical charge as well, any and all chemical processes do tend to do so as well and react. Not to mention the fact that, yes, when the brain stops and a lot of neurochemical processes halt, there's still residual charges.
Yeah.
And when you have a mass amount of them, you're going to have something to feed off of it and manifest.
But what's manifested?
It depends on what charge that was there originally or what happens to be in the area.
But do you think it's the ones that are buried there or something else?
It could be one or the other. It depends on what is stronger at that key moment. Because remember, weather changes ionization within the atmosphere itself. Tectonic plate movement also tends to change up ionization, especially in the Midwest and in Western summer. Okay? Storm activity, cloud activity, electrical activity will, of course, feed things that are around it in the area. So depending on what's strongest at that key point will pull electrical charges around. That's why you don't see 1,000 spirits walking around in a cemetery. You only see 1 or 2.
But what's the percentage of that happening, though? Very small.
It's rare. It's rare, but it can happen.
I agree. Well, yeah. But my thing about that is, do you know why cemeteries are so scary? Television, movies, being there at night. You can't, it's like when you're doing an investigation and you're not using your IR cameras, people sit in the dark. Why? The only reason you cut off the lights is because you're using equipment to see the things that you cannot see. And your eyes are going to play tricks on you.
Mm-hmm.
But movies and television and just stories is the reason why everybody sees ghosts in a cemetery, and the reason why I do not investigate cemeteries. And another reason is because you cannot control the environment.
Exactly.
You cannot.
It's a very turbulent space.
All right, let me answer some questions real quick. David, we do see you. Hello. John, hello. Thomas. Sherry, the birthday clown, hello. Lee, hello. Adele, Angie. Rob, nice to see you. Albert, nice to see you. Marie, Justice, very nice to see you. Too bad you're not in here with us, Justice.
Right?
Carl. Yeah, I think I got them all. If I missed you, I apologize. I apologize. Somebody had a question. Where'd it go?
They can. Isotopes are basically nothing more than similar atomic structure with just a different electrical charge. That's it. But yes, they can manipulate isotopes. It's the reason why you catch a whiff of the air just being a little bit off. You ever notice during an investigation, Azazel, where something actually is around, the air just doesn't seem to smell right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's because whatever the fuck it is messing around with the isotopes in the air itself. It's ionized.
Yeah. But we also get cases that, I smell my granddaddy. I smell my grandma. And I ask, what does it smell like? It smells like his tobacco, his cigarettes, his pipe. Yeah, usually it's in the walls because he smoked in his home for 30 years. And when the heat comes on, walls expand. What happens? It lets it out.
So what explains the air getting a little bit chillier then? Or what about that cold?
There's a lot of things that could cause that. Again, if there's a spirit around you, like Red Commander was saying a minute ago, it's taking the energy from around you. That's one. Two is mentally, you think you're in that place and you automatically get cold because that's what the body does is gets cold. It can be cold outside. It can be a draft. You can be in an air conditioner. There's a million reasons. But paranormal wise, the spirit is taking energy from you and your surrounding places to either try to manifest or to do something to let you know they're there. That's the science. But there's so many people. Oh, it gets cold right here. Yeah, there's an air conditioner vent above your head.
Whoops.
I mean, we get it all the time. My door slams. Yeah, because your air conditioner turns on and blows the door shut. 3 o'clock in the morning, I hear something banging in my kitchen. Yeah, your ice maker's going off. So my crew, we actually debunk more than we try to prove, because I could go into a home right now and say, hey, you got ghosts everywhere. I just psychologically fuck that person in the brain.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I would rather run my equipment, take my time, and it's not always a ghost. That's why people say, oh, we got to go. It doesn't mean it's ghost. Being energy that's making things happen doesn't mean it's a ghost. It doesn't. But that's what we try to do. We try to debunk everything. And everything that we find we can't explain, we don't say it's a ghost. We say it's paranormal. And all that means is not normal.
Correct.
So, yep. I'm not a ghost hunter. I'm a paranormal.
Yep.
Thomas has asked this question twice. You want to take this one, Azazel, or should I?
How the hell does the spirit turn off your computer and type words on the screen? All right, so we was just talking about energy. I'm going to go ahead and debunk it first.
Mm-hmm.
It can be the oil on your fingers. It can be electronics made to goof up. Yes. I mean, you see the top of our show? You see the top of our show? Are you drinking a milkshake?
Yes, I am.
Come here, let me hit you with this.
No.
So, but you get oil on your fingers, anything like that can actually work against you. It again, the top of our show, computers mess up. Just because it shuts off and type stuff, it more than likely it's going to be part of the electrical process and not a ghost. Now, can a ghost do it? Yes. Yes. Because it could be trying to grab that energy from that computer, from whatever. Because
and I could talk about the individual circuitry and how a short circuit within your board itself can fuck with the internal software for input and output. Usually a break in a trace on a motherboard. Now here, I'll also add my own individual debunk when you said that electronics will fuck up. If you've got a break in your trace between your north and south bridge on your motherboard, it can fuck with the entire internal mechanics when it comes to the power system, as well as your input and output system, which is what interferes with your keyboard. It can immediately cause a software glitch to cause words to get typed, okay, especially if you have an autocorrect system or software. And at the same time, you also have individual glitches within your keyboard itself. Some computers have individual software where all you need to do is just hit a single keystroke and it will turn your computer on.
Right.
All right. There's that. Now, on the paranormal side of things, yes, it's going to pull energy. And any kind of short circuit on a board will do the same thing. It's just doing it in a roundabout way.
Correct. Like when you hear something go twang and it's the heater. what I was talking about earlier. Yes. My room is extremely cold, and the only time I know is when the spirit. Well, again, just because it's cold doesn't mean there's a spirit there. It doesn't. The energy crossing could be something pulling away, but it could be anything. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Do your research. Check your windows. Check for cold spots in your room already.
Yeah.
Oh, David missed me. All right, I got to
Somebody,
go to a commercial real quick. If not, the boss lady is going to beat my ass. I know you'll want that, but no.
If it was on camera, yeah.
So let me hit this commercial real quick. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
fantastic.
We're back. So, all right. So we've talked about some of the things here. Y'all both had a little story to tell.
I'm just so to combine, this topic of, what and how, and generalize an entity. I don't want to say ghost, an entity can embrace the physical world.
Mhm.
Reminds me of now to transcend a bit into the horror realm from where, I came from.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't have you both seen the faux trailer for the Genius Handjob Cabin? No? It's hilarious. It's a mock trailer. Look it up. And with the reasoning we gave tonight about entities crossing over, I'm curious how that would be possible.
The
It's called
hand
Handjob
job
Cabin. It's
cabin.
a mock horror trailer.
About
Hilarious.
That sounds like
About
a video I want to make. I mean,
basically
sounds
about
like
a
about
ghost.
what videos I have made.
It's about it's not it is safe for work. It's not a porn at all. No, it's mainstream. It's not a porn. But it's basically imagine Cabin in the Woods or Evil Dead, but instead of trees coming to life or people being,
Work
worked out, it's literally you have a ghost that will whack you out. So I'm curious what those how the physics laws could apply to that. Again, it's not a porn trailer. You could. It's
Yeah,
just,
let me watch it first. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Because my mind is going.
Yeah, so mine too. The gears are definitely turning a little bit.
That's like when I found out today that your pillow that you sleep on expires every year.
it expires every year.
Also, the Caesar salad was not named after Julius Caesar.
Don't burst that bubble for me.
It wasn't.
I'm sorry. I'm still hung up on the pillow because I have a
It
pillow.
has an expiration date on it.
20. I've had the same pillow for 28 years.
It's got an expiration date on it.
28 years.
Yeah, John, I will.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
My head hurts at that. My
It
head.
does.
I mean, I live by the motto, but ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
I agree. Everyone, don't forget, share this out. Share.
That's an order.
Who said that's an order?
I did.
Good. It's about time you spoke up.
My brain fucking broke there for a second. You fucked with my damn pillow. You want to know what the hell is up with pillows, okay? They're never freaking comfortable. They're hot on one side, cold on another consistently. You swear to Christ, you got a ghost humping the hell out of it and draining all the energy out of it. And the next thing you freaking know, I can't get a good night's sleep.
Well, how does your ear feel in the morning?
Oh, it feels nice and well fucked, thank you.
I bet it does. With no lube.
God, talk
you
about
thought that was earwax in there,
brain.
didn't you? You thought you had earwax, didn't you?
Oh, no. You want to know what? The fact that I can still hear you tells me it's done a damn good job of clearing everything out.
That does a job right there.
That's just because you got the new linen strip again.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I got
I know you don't like the skin burn.
Oh, well, you want to know what? They love the texture.
Well, yeah, I liked it the other night. We're good.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm telling you,
Your
less
pillow costs
asparagus in your diet, damn it.
I'm just ignoring that one. Your pillow costs $200. That's got to be a special pillow.
Wait, whose pillow costs $200?
David.
Oh. Okay.
Dave, I don't think you and I shop at the same spot. Jeez.
Nah.
My pillow. Take off
those Tiffany pillow. Gold
take off two of those digits. Take off two of those digits, and that's my pillow. I think at least not one. Take off two.
Mine is made of cobra. Mine is made of cobra chicken skin. Feathers, goose feathers, cobra chicken. There you
go. I got you now.
Yeah, there you go.
I got you now. You're mentally fucking with me tonight, and it's hard to mentally fuck with me. As long as you know that.
I know.
Leftover, the plasma and the pillows. But all right, so I guess I need to tell a story then, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
You're on deck.
So the crew was investigating a house built in 1869. Now the house has been through a couple of renovations.
Was it in the summer?
No, it was in November. It was in November. Well, I actually have a piece of equipment that was used on a show called Paranormal Lockdown. And it's called a geobox. I have the geobox that Nick and Katrina used on Paranormal Lockdown. Well, there was somebody in there with me, and they do what I do. And I told the spirit there, because I know there's something there, I said, can you say the name of the person that has an alter ego? Well, through the box, you hear the dude's voice. But the dude's standing beside me. So that was a little freaky. Then it wasn't 30 seconds later, somebody in the back asked, what do you think about Azazel? And it said he's a fat bastard. All right. Hey, I'm with that. Okay, I'm a big dude.
Now you got ghosts fucking with you. I thought I had the freaking patent on that.
Well, it wasn't 20 minutes later. No, about an hour later, something kicked me in the nuts. There's nothing there. Kicked me, put me to my knees. When you got a 350-pound man on the ground crying because his nuts hurt. But that was one of them. Now I have a funny one.
Oh, I thought that wasn't the funny.
I was about to say that wasn't funny. It's hilarious.
So one of our first investigations, I knew this teddy bear in this house was on his bed. I knew it was there. I had my night vision camera. I forgot it was there. I hit it. I screamed and ran. I took the hell off.
I mean, yeah.
I would too.
But I knew it was there. I knew it was there.
It probably was laughing its ass off too. Well, look at this fat fuck running.
Look at it from his point of view, right? I mean,
Yeah, right.
A nut shot well, but it was the monster, not that guy.
Yeah. I'm saying.
It was kidney stones, Azazel. No, it wasn't.
Let's get this done.
No, it wasn't. All right, we got about 9 minutes left. So, I want to do a reading.
Ooh.
I want to do a reading.
What are you going to do a reading on?
I want to say Mike.
You don't want to read me. Read Mike.
This guy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. Now, let everybody know we haven't talked much, even though we're in the same family. We chat here and there, but we don't talk about personal lives. Correct?
Correct. That is true.
All right. I need you to pick me a color. Any color, but make not a purple with pink polka dots. A basic color. Any.
Wait, do I say this out loud?
Now, yeah, I need to know the color. That's how I connect with you.
Okay. I got it.
Tell me the color.
Oh, green.
Green. Green. I'm trying to pull you in. I'm seeing a female. Just handle with me for a second. The female's not doing real good. She's pretty messed up. Somebody close to you. But I'm seeing greed though. I'm seeing a lot of greed. Like she's I'm not gonna say stingy, but very, very greedy. But you still have a connection with her. When I say she's messed up, it's a sickness. I don't think it's something that's going to take her away from you for a while. But there's some kind of sickness. I don't think it's the COVID. It's something that she's had for a while. I'm having a hard time breathing, so I'm going to say it's close to the lungs. There's a small kid. There's a small kid that hangs around her. I can't tell if it's a son, nephew, or what, but there's a little kid. It might be you back in the day. But I'm saying also it looks like a Freddy Krueger type shirt. It's red with black stripes or black with red stripes. It is a boy. And I'm still having a hard time breathing. I'm having a hard time breathing. Something's with her nose. Maybe that's the reason why her breathing's bad. But there's something with her nose. I'm not trying to get too deep into it, but there's a lot of people in your family that don't care about her. a lot of people, but you have a special connection. How close am I?
I would say there's some validity there. Some validity.
Some.
Some validity, yes.
More than 50%?
I'd say right. I'm trying to visualize. I'm trying to place the Freddy Krueger shirt. Granted,
I think it's a kid's shirt.
I'm a Freddy fan, but I'm trying to place the actual shirt.
It's a kid's shirt.
See,
The boys wearing it.
that's what I'm trying to place is wear the shirt. I'm trying to place the shirt. That's what I'm trying to place. And yeah, the lungs, 100% on it. The lungs, the note, the lungs breathing, 100%, 100% on that. Female too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Immediate family member.
Right.
Yeah, lungs, 100%, 100%. Just trying to place the Freddy shirt.
Again, it's like it. I mean, I'm not going to say it's long sleeve, but some kind of shirt like that.
Yeah. But I mean the lungs, the breathing, the female, the special bond, as say, immediate family. Yeah, that definitely makes up a big piece of the picture.
All right. Well, when you find out about the shirt, let me know.
Yes, but those pieces there.
You all right over there, Commander?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm just watching.
Eric, when you feel like you want to come bop my nose, holler at me.
We do that on camera too, next to the.
I'm really curious if he could have ever read me.
I think didn't we go through something at one time?
No.
But we talk more than Mike and I do.
Yeah.
But
definitely. Yeah, definitely. I would call that as bad a cold. Well, director. I would call that as bad a cold read as you could have between two people, and it's cold reading in a sense in the context of two people not really speaking much necessarily, right? If you call it a cold read, a read in a sense of in the context of two people not really, because you don't. I mean, you don't know anything about my personal life at all.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's your real name.
Exactly. I mean, so that being, so in the context of that, that's what I was meaning, right? In the context of that, right? That's about as cold of a read as you could possibly get. So that's what I was saying. So yeah, the lungs, the immediate female family member. Yeah, but yes, when I figure the shirt out, yes, I'll definitely have to let you know about that.
All right.
When that comes to me.
But Commander, didn't we talk about a sister or something? Man. I thought we had a conversation about one of your, and again, I don't know if you have sisters or brothers. I don't know. But I thought we had a conversation about one of your sisters. How do I want to put it? Hooked on things. Not drugs, but they're hooked on things. I could have swore we had that conversation.
No.
All right. Okay, I thought we did. Well, was I right when I just said that?
I have a sister, and as far as hooked on anything,
Mm-mm.
about it.
I just,
Really?
and again, I'm not trying to read you. I just thought we had that conversation.
No. No. I think the only time you and I have ever conversed about anything on the personal side with me is who my roommate is.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Oh, okay. I'll get you next time.
Fantastic.
Maybe tonight. I don't know.
Maybe tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, our time is up. I know. Don't cry. Of course, this is a little different, but hell, it's my birthday weekend, so we're gonna do what we want to do, right?
Woo! Hey,
Yeah. I'll be 21 again.
when is when is a special day? We're probably 3 days apart.
Saturday.
We're within the week. I'll say that. I'll keep it somewhat secret, but within the week.
All
So
right.
good.
Mine
We'll
is
meet people
Saturday.
to celebrate.
Mine is Saturday. All right. Is there something we need to know?
Miranda is one of my more frequent fans. And a couple of them popping in too.
Oh, I bet so. Popping in and popping out. But that's a story for a different day.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all very much for coming in with me. And don't forget, Commander, tonight, what time?
It will be at 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I've got a guest, and I've got a subject.
And Mr. Slash, would you like to tell everybody what you do for Hellfire?
Yes, folks. So Hellfire Radio, check out we got a lot of us, but myself, I do a lot of horror movie reviews, a few music reviews, and even we for those of you that don't know, one of our newest divisions, we also have a gaming review sector. So we do a lot of for those fans, which a lot of like me, a lot of old school 16-bit systems. We look at old school video game reviews, but my main forte is horror cult reviews, horror movies. Check those reviews out. Just if you're paying attention, we have a lot of great content, but that is my forte. And yeah, I pop into a few shows here and there, and it's been great. So thanks for having me on, Azazel.
You're
Always
welcome.
a pleasure.
You want to know what, Mike? You lost the game.
I don't like the sound of that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going to end it like this. Pickers, keep picking. Sinners, keep sinning. And don't forget about tonight at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time.
I will get my day up.
We'll see you soon.